Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing today?
Hello. Good. How are you doing?
Hey. Hey, Dave, Bumblebee, Sky, Kathy.
Oh, that's funny. I just got an alert to tell me to come watch you.
Oh, I never get those alerts. I don't know why.
It's
so,
weird, though. Sometimes it's weird. Sometimes I'll get them right away, and other times I'll get them 2 days later.
really?
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
Yeah,
I
and
don't get them at all.
Yeah, and
That
I've
is
even gone
weird.
back and double checked to make sure I've got you guys set, like the little reminder guy or whatever.
Right, the
and
alarm
sometimes
bell.
it'll-
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I'll get it right away, and other times, would you drink it? Oh, look at you with your, what is it again? Razzleberry.
Oh my goodness. You're funny.
Hi, Mama Bear, Vincina, Cheryl, Sky.
Raspberry. I got
Mama
the same
Bear's
one,
awesome.
Cher. I'm about to try it. I hadn't tried it yet.
Which one? The green one?
The raspberry. I'm going to try it.
Yes.
And
They're my
I-
new favorite.
All right. I'm about to try one too. As a matter of fact, I'm about to go get it and we'll drink ours together.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I'm
No,
drinking
I
tea.
should have brought a glass of wine for my birthday.
Oh, yes.
you
Happy
should have.
birthday. You're looking
Happy
beautiful, by the
birthday,
way.
Jen.
Thanks for the cake, Cher.
Very beautiful.
Yes. I would make it for real if you were here
I
in
know you would.
person.
I know you would.
Aw.
Yeah, no, I love that. I was like, look at this cake. We got to get this.
She's in Canada.
Canada,
Mm-hmm.
where we have actual weed cake.
Oh, that's funny.
Foxy, Joni. Am I seeing some new names or am I crazy?
No, there's
there are
definitely
some
new
new-
names.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's probably a good thing. Maybe not. I don't know.
Aw.
I never know.
Oh, thanks, Foxy. And
Yeah.
Randy doesn't even get a cake, he says.
Oh, man.
Aw.
One day, Papa Randy, I will make you guys a cake with
Yay.
cotton.
No.
Yes.
If you want to see me go crazy again, oh my God, no.
We're just gonna let you smell the cake cooking. We're not
Thank
gonna
you.
give you any of it.
Thank
Tanya.
you. Yeah, because I'll be like in a corner in a ball, like crying. Or something.
Oh, Randy, I didn't know your birthday was last Saturday.
Me
Happy birthday.
either. Or did I? I missed it. Happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday! Yeah, belated.
My goodness. So
Is it Sheila? Chella? She's one of my subscribers. So sweet. Such a sweet girl.
yeah.
Aw.
Okay, Tam, you want to open it up?
Okay, so I thought what we'd do, because clearly we're going to talk about this Netflix in this phone call. But I wanted to ask each of you what your initial, what did you take from that Netflix? Not the details, but what was your initial reaction? Now we know, so we'll do it one at a time, but we know this was done because the Rusiks wanted everybody to stop. Yeah, that's the
Right.
giggle I like. Okay, so Tanya, why don't you go first?
One documentary is the same as any other, and it didn't seem to be that far off the regular
Hey, Robbie.
mainstream documentaries, and I think that it showed a lot of shenanigans, a lot of things that, a lot of video that we have never seen before. So I appreciated that. It was very sad, so sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know that I saw anything in the documentary that was unusual or out of sorts or anything like that. But again, I look at everything with rose-colored glasses, so I don't know what could have been wrong with it. I don't look for that first. I look for how well done it is, and
Right.
yeah. So it was fine. It was just like any other documentary, even the horrible one I was in. God. But yeah, it was well done, I thought.
Okay, Cher, what was your thought?
Okay, I'll be nice here.
No,
Aw.
do you think they succeeded with why they did this? Hell no.
In my opinion, yes, because they got a pocket full of money.
Well, there's that, but remember, it was put out to stop all of us.
Oh, no. No, I can't be nice about this, you guys. I can't.
No,
No, to be honest, I did not watch the documentary because I already knew the narrative of it. But Mr. Scherer did and told me a little bit about it.
Yeah.
I actually, I was shocked. He goes, I did watch that documentary today. And I was like, which one? And he was like, the Watts one. And then I was like, well, what the hell did you do that for? He goes, well, maybe if I didn't hear his name every time we talked.
Boy.
Yeah, I think that the goal of it was to get a pocket full of money. I think they succeeded. Do I think they succeeded in the bullying department? Absolutely not. How could they when they are behind bullying themselves? That's all I'll say. No.
Right. But do you feel that this Netflix is now going to calm everybody and make them stop talking?
No.
No.
No. Okay, Kimberly, what was
But
your
I
goal?
think they all know that too. I believe
Right,
this
was
family
supposed to be
knows
their
that.
Goal, though. Remember that. This was their goal. Was
Sure.
to stop us all.
Sure it was.
In my opinion, they just fueled that fire with a whole bunch of gasoline.
Their goal was never to silence anyone, because if everyone was silenced, they would not have a pocket full of money, and that is what they want. So no, that was never their goal, or else the documentary would never have been done with new videos and pictures that were given by the family themselves to be sellouts and put it out there. They never wanted anyone to shut up about it.
Right.
Or the documentary wouldn't exist.
Right. Okay, so Kimberly, what was your first initial on it? And then I'll tell you guys what I got from it.
Well, there's a question on the board for Cher if she wants to look at it before.
Well, I'm flirting with
I
Mark
know
right
her.
now. He's saying I look sexy today, so.
Okay. What money share did Netflix disclose that they paid the Ruziks? Because according to the family, they made no money. That's great. But the family can say that if they want to.
That's right.
And Netflix can't disclose that because it is a legal contract. So no,
Well, this
Netflix
is my
can't go out
question, though.
and say how much they made. But that family did get money for this documentary.
Right, because remember, this was to make all of the YouTubers stop making money. So don't tell me they just signed over to Netflix and went, here, you guys can have all the money. It's the number one in Netflix in Canada and the US. There was money.
Right.
Okay, here's mine. I watched it. I did. I did a review on my channel about it, but just to sum it up, I think it was put together pretty well. It looks like something I would make myself, just saying, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a YouTube video, really, but here's my problem with it. No Thrive was mentioned in it. That was a huge part of their life. There's no secret there. There was no mention of any financial issues, and I don't think they put Nicole out there enough.
Mm-mm.
She was mentioned and kind of glossed over, but I don't think she was put in the spotlight as much as she should have been, because Chris was with her for damn near 2 months. And yeah, I mean, I had some big issues with those parts. As far as if the Rossettes got money, who knows? Who knows? But here's the thing: I don't care if they did. More power to them. Whatever. It's their family. If they did, okay. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. But yeah, and if they did, I'm glad they did. It's their daughter, it's their family, and I'm telling you, if it was mine, I ain't gonna tell you I would have just I would have sold some rights too if it was gonna get their story out there. Here's the thing: when others try to get their story out here, as long as they're staying with the facts like Netflix did, I don't see an issue, and I don't see what the problem ever was with that. Still don't.
No, exactly.
Right.
But at the same time, everybody don't have Netflix. Somebody I just saw in chats that I don't have Netflix. I ain't seen it. Go join my Facebook group.
Yeah, come join
Yeah.
mine. I will private phone with you and watch it with you off my telephone if you need.
Yeah, I've got it uploaded there. I know I shouldn't, but I
I
do.
think that's their prerogative to make the money. That's fine. I do think that that is their right,
Yeah.
but other things behind that, then, if that's what you want to do, good. I mean, good for you. But there's lots
absolutely,
more to
absolutely.
that. That for me, you can't have
Well,
it two ways, and they kind of want it two ways.
what kind of got to me is, I was hearing, don't talk about it, don't talk about it, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's worldwide, and that's kind of contradictory. As far as
Yeah.
the money, I don't. That's nothing to me. That's not my business
Right.
at all.
Right.
Okay. Are you ready? Strap in tight. So now I'll tell you my opinion of it. First, I want to address something, though. Somebody put that the phone NK had was Anna Darko's. That's an absolute lie. She was a contract employee, which means it was her phone, her SIM card, which is why in her September bill it shows her buying a new phone because she destroyed hers between Sunday and Wednesday. And when you're a contracted employee, you submit your phone bill and they pay your phone bill.
Well,
because you're a contractor, so you have other jobs and other people, so you can't just have an Anna Darko phone. That's why it was her personal and her work phone.
Now my husband has always had a work issued. I mean, he's not a contract employee, but he has a work issued phone and he has a work issued laptop and a tablet, and everything is work issued, and the bill never goes through our hands at all. Plus, he's got his regular phone and his regular equipment, whatever that belong to us. But yeah, we've never seen a phone bill from his work issued phone.
No.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't
but
know.
As a contractor, I used to work for way back. I worked at a construction company in the accounting department. So if you were a subcontractor, so let's say you were a designer,
right?
We're not going to give you one of our phones. We're just going to pay your bill.
Got it. Okay.
You get where I'm going with
I
that?
don't know. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
So that was her phone. Okay. So my initial opinion on this NFlix was it was done good. Not enough information, in my opinion. However, this was to give Shanann her voice, according to Nicole Atkinson's video on YouTube. Shanann was finally going to have a voice.
Right.
But sadly, I'm sorry, that NFlix made Shanann look crazy and Chris look better.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I mean, they released some text messages and stuff that, Shanann blatantly stating, I'm the crazy one. I'm the controlling one. I'm the one, like, I've got the quotes here, which I'll get to. But as I said, if this is supposed to help Shanann.
Thank you, Foxy.
It didn't really show her in a good light at all times. It didn't.
Right. It was fairly neutral, I think.
But then they're trying to show us that this monster that we're physically watching, running around doing everything for the children and playing with them and, all that stuff. I don't see a monster there.
Right.
But I see Shanann stating things like, fuck me, and sorry about that, but I tortured him and I rejected him. This is out of her words.
Oh, I could not stand those texts. I believe
I'm the dominant one.
In a different light. Those texts were private, and I feel it was wrong to Shanann.
Yeah, it was wrong.
She did not consent to those texts that was put out there, and I don't feel like her parents knew they was going to use that. I really don't.
Yeah.
No, there was so many texts they could have used. They could have even used that letter, even though somebody says it's been
that's not the letter.
Fake, but I mean, whatever. At least we know the first page was real. Yeah. I mean, that was a nice letter. Shanann had very many good text, and she really described herself as being torn and hurt. They did not have to use that.
No.
Yeah, I agree about that. That was very private and personal, and I just don't, I can't imagine if Shanann is sitting there. I mean, wherever she is, and I think she's in a beautiful place, and wondering why would anyone share my private, information, my private texting, my private letters to my husband. I don't know. Yeah.
Right.
Well,
And
the
you
letters
guys need to
weren't bad. It
understand.
was what she was talking to her friend, man.
Right.
That was
Yeah.
personal, you know?
Yeah. And somebody did a video last night on the 7 different Nutgate stories Shanann told.
Oh,
Shanann.
But
right.
even if that's how she was talking, I mean, well, I just feel like I should say this before people think we're bashing, but
Well, I know.
she
I'm
still
getting to that too.
God.
she didn't deserve, no matter
No.
what she texted or said,
No.
her and the kids didn't deserve that. I just want to throw that out there.
Absolutely.
heavens,
And the
oh my
thing
God,
is people are
no.
assuming I don't like Shanann. I love Shanann. I fully believe Shanann and Chris were on the mend. They were going away to Colorado. She wrote him a letter. They were holding each other in the morning. They were sleeping in the master bed together. And, you know, like everything she asked him to do, he did. Put the car seat back in the car for Bella. Yep, done. Oh, pack the backpacks. Yep, they were packed. They were in the office, packed. Somebody was unpacking them in that disturbance that was just ripped apart in her office. That would never be like that. And so this is not a one-sided discussion. This was my initial
Yo, hey,
to
cat
watching this
lady.
Netflix.
Hey, can I stop? Sorry. Hey, cat lady, don't even go there right now in this chat about that right now. Can someone
No,
delete that comment about AD, please?
it's been deleted by every moderator. Look, y'all, please read the description. Please read the description. I appreciate everybody's thoughts and opinion. Zero tolerance for bashing anybody. I don't care who it is. No bashing, no belittling. We're drama free here, and it's going to stay that way. Period.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a few of them in there making comments over and over. But like I said, this isn't one-sided. I've never even brought up anything about the Watts. So how can it be one-sided? I'm asking about the Netflix now.
Right.
Like I said, now the one big thing about the Netflix thing, though, that's an issue is the fact that they use footage of Cindy Watts without any consent. That's illegal.
Sort of. Okay.
No,
Let me tell you how
not
that
sort of.
works,
No,
Tammy.
they use video footage with Cindy Watts's face without her permission.
Okay, but there's a fine line. The video belongs to the photographer, because unfortunately Cindy Watts and the Rusak family and everyone involved in Nicole Atkinson, they are now unwilling public figures. Okay,
Right,
so it would be
Nicole
like taking
Atkinson and Frankie and Frank and Sandy all signed consent.
No, I know that's, but see, there's again, in my last book, Goes to Grey Gardens, before No Inclination, I use photos of relatives of Jackie Kennedy, because the people were famous people, and because the photographer has either given me permission, or one of their descendants has given me permission.
These are private family videos that have never been released. And
No. A lot of my photos were private and owned by my co-author, by Lois Wright. So that, as long as the photographer gives consent to share a public figure, that's okay. And that's not, unfortunately, that's not a copyright violation. And, it worked in my favor with my book, and it worked against the Watts family with this documentary. But unfortunately, that's the copyright rule. And I hate to be the bearer of that.
No, it's fine. I mean, their lawyers will figure it out themselves, but
yeah,
I'm telling you right now, if all of a sudden one of my, like right now, I'm contacting authorities because a certain somebody in this feed has gotten private screenshots from my chat in my group and is posting them in another group that I have screenshots of the group, who the admins are, and who's allowing this to happen.
Oh my gosh. And I've seen them do that everywhere. All the trolls are doing that everywhere. They'll get you to trust them, and then they share your messages. And I've never said anything bad about anyone in a private message. So thank God for that. And you haven't either.
No, but the sad part is it's not the troll that got them. It's the ex-team member of mine that stabbed me in the back that's giving them out.
Oh, no.
So they're both going to go down.
Oh my gosh.
So I've already contacted the RCMP about it.
Good.
And then the other one, I'll have to contact other authorities. But again, you can't do those things publicly.
No.
And
you're not a public
in the
figure.
Facebook world thinks that they can do or say something, and it's not going to come back to me with screenshots. You're sadly mistaken.
Oh my.
Anyways, back to this
How
Netflix. So
awful.
I pulled a lot of really good information out of this. A lot.
Good.
Yes. So let's see. The first thing that I pulled out that was good was the fact that, one, I was under the understanding that Shanann bought her first house at 25. I didn't know Shanann built it from the ground up at 25.
Right.
That's a
Right.
huge difference.
Yeah, she did. She built it from foundation up. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
again, she mentions that she tortured and rejected Chris. Now, we were all told that Chris was texting NK all day and he never let his phone out of his sight. 12 minutes into the Netflix, and I have timestamps because I know how everybody is out there. 12 minutes in, you watch Nicole Atkinson bring Chris his ringing telephone from wherever it was in through the master bedroom into the bathroom where Chris and Coonrod are.
Oh.
The other thing I caught was the fact that Shanann, once Chris got to North Carolina, Shanann then took over his phone again like she always did.
Right.
We know this to be fact because she told her friend Chris was deleting text messages from his father.
Oh no. Gosh.
Okay.
It wasn't Cam doing it?
No, Chris, in his phone, because remember Chris said Shanann has full access to all of my stuff. She runs her Thrive through my Thrive on Facebook and all of those things.
Wow.
That's weird, right?
Right? But we know Shanann stated, because somebody was saying, well, do you think he's seen somebody else or whatever? Like if you looked in his phone, she's like, well, he's not that stupid. I already know he's deleting messages between him and his dad.
Mm.
Wow.
Right? They get home the 7th at 11 o'clock at night. And by the 8th, he shuts his Facebook down.
I mean, that is sad because he should have, as an adult man, he should have some privacy and be able to talk to his dad. A
Absolutely.
father-son conversation that's not being monitored. I mean, I don't know.
Right. Now, this is a big thing. Kim, are you able to pull up that part of the body cam at Nate's like I mentioned?
Yes, let me grab it. Y'all go ahead and chat and I'll bring it right up.
I want you guys to pay close attention to Nate specifically. And then I'll tell you what I pulled out.
Really? Interesting. Yeah, I don't know about Nate. He seems like a nice enough guy, but we don't know him. I don't know.
Again, I just want you to watch him and then I'll tell you why.
You guys, there's a girl named Stephanie that's been leaving comments. I can't remember who showed it's on somebody's Facebook group, and there was a girl leaving comments and showing screenshots and stuff. And I think I don't know who it could be, but anyways, it shows the Grim Reaper on August 13th. And it says, I put the bitch in obituary. And also this person is going around and talking a lot of crap about Shanann.
Who is now?
Yeah.
Nate?
And nobody knows who it is. I'll send you screenshots because it's in a Facebook group they were showing me today. And yeah, it's very weird. The name of the girl is Stephanie. And yeah, August 13th, she had posted a thing and it says, I put the bitch in obituary, and talking a lot of crap about Shanann.
Oh my.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, show me that. It's probably a group that I'm not in. Because I belong to a lot of the Watts discussion groups, but some of them I'm just not in, or I wasn't accepted or something. I don't know. But oh, there's another Tanya H in chat.
There
she
is.
spelled her name differently. Aw. Hi, Sandra. Hi, everyone.
Cat Lady, the reason why you're being timed out and shouted at is because we don't need anything negative brought into this feed about any other YouTuber. This is a respectful channel.
Yes.
And it will be a respectful feed.
Oh, yeah. Or you get booted from Papa Randy.
That's right.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think if all YouTubers would stop allowing people to bash other creators, can you guys imagine how much we get done if we were no longer bashing?
Right. That's why I wanted to pull all of us together and be like, guys,
Yeah.
let's just join forces and push this thing forward.
Yeah,
we don't do that here. I can't stand that. I can't stand it.
And we're showing a strong, united front, which means we can sit here. There's what? One, two, wait, Sharon, Tanya, Kimberly, me. There's 4 of us here now. And not one of us is going to yell at each other. We're not going to curse at each other. We're not going to bash each other. And we're certainly not going to go digging into each other's desk pass to find out if anything's. Just so you know, if anybody wants to look into mine, there's nothing. And if
I'm not going to send you all either.
This is the one you're talking about, right, Tam?
Hang on, let me see. No, I want him in the house by the TV, and it's after Chris leaves. No, it's before Chris leaves. It's once the clip stops.
When they're watching the nights.
Yeah.
Okay.
Andrea Delaney. I agree 100%.
Okay, I didn't see that. I was in the other room. Andrea Delaney. Where is she? Oh no, we're going to know the truth because I'm not going to stop until there's a trial. I've just become, in the last month, Michael Rourke's worst nightmare.
Oh, God.
Get him.
Oh, I'm on him.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to read the comments. I can't do I can't operate as a wrench through my phone for some reason. Unless I open another instance. Hold on, let me try to do that while Kim's away. Hold on.
Oh yeah, and if they're like, I'm telling you, Cher, you need to watch this documentary.
Yeah, I will.
Like I said, that phone call released. Well, that was a prick shot by whoever did it. And the NFlix, to me, they were gifts. I got so much information. It's amazing.
Like that. There we go.
Shiloh, you're not getting a link until you're not driving. When you get home and you're safe, we will send you a link.
Can I tell you how many times I've been on YouTube lives while I'm driving?
I know. I know. And my
okay, so this is it, right?
Like, we get excited and she gets distracted.
That's true. That's true.
Scares me.
That's true. I should never do it myself, but I do. I don't know.
Like if you're just listening along and talking, I mean, that's fine. It's like being on.
Yeah, I've got my little earphone in. Exactly. Yeah. That's all I do is drive and talk like a phone call. So yeah. Okay.
What's that?
Okay, so
lay down. Loading my stuff up in my coolers, my water jugs, my book bag, my computers. Some of the tools.
now remember, we're watching Nate.
Okay.
Rubbers today. That's why I was out so far.
Is this on continually recording?
Yep. Well,
it's not. Is it motion or is it? Okay, so it's motion.
So again, how does the motion center camera stay rolling for 15 minutes on his truck not moving? But
Oh.
so it's right after the truck footage, and that's just keep your eyes on Nate. Why is this clip seem 10 times longer now that I'm waiting for a different clip?
I know. All right.
You know when you're waiting for something to happen?
Oh, I know. Especially broadcasting. It's such a long time to have a minute pass.
Yeah. But it's right after. It's coming up. Everybody watching Nate.
And
Because we know what comes up on the screen after this, don't we?
Right.
Okay.
My detective just showed up. So he'll probably want to talk to you. He'd probably, like I said, he might have you call at the bank and see if there's any kind of activity.
Because if there is any sort of action out
On
there,
his camera,
I would have got it.
like
Right.
we had issues the other week when people were stealing stuff out of like garages and stuff like that, and I had parked my truck
I
up
had
here.
it parked right here.
Yeah, and someone
See if
I can
anything
see where
happens.
someone tried to jimmy with a flathead screwdriver over there. It was just like,
But if any action would have happened, any cars or anything left your house, I would
it
have
would have been like right in that area. It should have
Oh, it'll pick up anything coming down the street this way.
you know where that tree is?
Oh, yeah. Watch, I'll show you. There's nothing on here. We've already watched that one.
There's nothing on here, he states, but just wait, it's coming.
You can see this car starting to drive down.
That one.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? It picks up all the way down there.
He's next door. Talking about dispatcher. It'll be code 4.
Yeah, we can pick up cars from this way out here.
Hi.
Usually it's night. I can pick
Hi, honey, hang on. We're just watching a clip.
So unless they pull right,
Didn't I tell you you weren't getting a link till you were done driving?
diesel. Yeah, I thought nothing.
Nothing
There
for the
we
rest
go.
of the day.
Pause it. Nate vocally pulled up that clip of American
along?
Horror Story with his remote.
But I'm wondering in what, oh gosh, what that would it simply be
How far
another
along?
channel, or would it be a recording he had? I don't know.
Well, he's flipping through recordings.
Yeah, I thought nothing.
Yeah, I don't.
Nothing for the rest of the day.
All right, let's talk back into it and bring it back up again for the second time.
Yeah, Tammy had told me about this, and I had never seen it, and she was wanting me to see it actually on our live so we could all see it together. So
Twice.
I'm going to
and
rewind
goes
it. I
right
want to
back
see
in.
it
Goes right
again.
back to footage.
I want to rewind
Yeah,
it because I
definitely.
want to see it one more time because
Yeah.
I don't think I caught it well enough.
I've got her friend leaving out here at 2 in the morning. My camera.
Talking.
My camera.
Okay, goes to my camera.
Oh, wow.
Wow, he literally did hold it up to his mouth and say something. There's no denying that.
He does it a couple times, and he shows that American Horror Story. He's going from footage from the driveway to that clip, back to footage from the driveway, back to that clip, and back to footage again.
So what kind of a remote? I mean, I don't have a remote
I
you can
can show
talk
you. I've got
into.
one in
Is
the
this,
garage right now.
Yeah,
I didn't
think
even know.
everyone-
I'm sure I know they exist. I've never saw one. I don't
Yeah, I
have
have
one.
one. I
And you know
have
what?
one. My mom has one, and
We
you-
just got ours, and I think that's how I
Randy
was
said
able
we
to catch
did
it.
have one, but I've just, I guess, been too lazy to make it work. I don't know.
blue microphone, talk into it, and hold the blue microphone down. It's easy, and it'll show whatever you want to watch.
Can I just see the
But
TV
it does come up. It does come up with it'll say, "Do you want to watch this channel?" And you have to answer the question. Yes, or do you want to watch this on Netflix? Or
I
do you
just
want
need
to
to
watch
look at it.
on?
That's it. So this is the remote right here.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's your little button to speak into it. So like I said, Nate's
That's
pulling
it.
up security, but then goes to the American Horror clip 3 times.
Wow.
And he's the one voice commanding where that's going.
Interesting.
Wow, I never noticed that, and
Yep.
I need to program my remote, I guess. But that's cool. I never noticed that.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. It's for lazy people like me. My husband, we just use talking to it. And it goes. suggest what you're thinking at whatever you said into the remote. And you do have to approve it though, so I don't know how he didn't approve it. It's obviously a different cable system than what I have here in Illinois.
What are we saying, that it was set up to show that, Tammy?
Well, that's what I'm feeling, because he's going
Yeah.
from surveillance footage to that clip, back to surveillance, back to that exact clip.
I've been saying it from day one. He's weird how quickly he had everything up. He was a diversion to get somebody out of that house.
Yep.
He ran out there so fast, and from day one, no matter what my beliefs were, I always thought there was something weird about him and running out there like that.
And what bothered me the most was when he's on the back patio, and Coonrod's at Shanann's back patio with Nicholas, and he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" or whatever. And then they say, "Oh, we're trying to find your neighbor," and he's like, "Oh, well, she's diabetic." Shanann's never been diabetic. That's a pretty bold
Yeah, I thought
statement.
that was odd. How would he know that?
Right. And
Or,
there's
I mean,
no
I'm
pictures.
sure she had.
There's no pictures of them ever having barbecues or being social.
Right.
Like they hung out or anything. Do you get what I'm saying?
I'm wondering if I don't know what he does for a living, what Nate does, but I wonder if they talk across the back patios to get, to each other on more occasions than they talk to Chris. I don't know.
Okay, so then my next thing that I pulled out, which was very telling, how many people caught the fact that Shanann told the girls twice that Mommy had a baby in her belly?
She did?
Well, apparently the first reaction wasn't good enough, because she tells them at the table while they're drinking, and then Cece pulls her shirt up and goes, "The baby's in my belly." Then she stages the one that we all saw on Facebook, where they're all giggling and running off the couch to hug Mommy.
Yeah.
So what does that tell you about her videos?
I don't know. I mean, I think
so.
I don't know.
Now let's think about Chris's reaction. How many times do you think Chris had to come in and out of the garage till she got the reaction she wanted for the "Oops, we did it again" video?
I don't know.
Because we've got digital proof now from NFlix that she did it twice with the girls.
Right. Well, I think, okay, when they were sitting in, was that when Bella said there were 5 babies or whatever? Is that the first?
No, the first one is
the
2 girls are sitting side by side at the table, and they're sipping out of those curly straws. Bella, neither one of them really react. And then Cece stops drinking and pulls her shirt up.
Oh.
So
I have not I didn't even notice that in the documentary.
Yep. 2 different videos we got of her telling them the baby was in her belly.
Interesting.
Right?
But I wonder if she might just keep repeating it, do you think? I don't know.
But it's video. Why would you keep saying, "Girl, Mommy's got a baby in her belly"? Girls, Mommy's got a baby in her belly. But the only one that makes the cut is the good one, where they're dressed up and they're running off the couch, giggling and hugging Mommy. That's the one that hits Facebook. And that's what I meant by they really didn't show Shanann in a good light in this. And I'm not saying that I wanted it to. I'm saying that's how I felt. They didn't give her voice, and they certainly didn't make her look good between text messages and all these pictures and videos. And like, there's pictures of her while she's in Arizona. Now she's got her back to whoever's taking her picture, and she's on the phone on a bridge looking at a pool. Who's taking pictures of her when she's not looking, and why?
Yeah, I don't know.
But can everybody clearly see that is Nate verbally bringing that up more than once?
Yeah. But you know what? You can also say live TV, and they'll switch you back to what you were watching previously. But
why would he be watching that previously? No.
Right.
No.
I don't know.
No, Nate is one shady character.
I think he's nosy, and that's about it. But I don't know. Again, I don't know him.
No, but like I said, does that not seem weird? Like I said, if I hadn't got the new cable package I have with this new remote, I never would have caught that he was literally talking into it.
Right. Yeah, you can talk it. It's kind of fun. I like it.
right? But like I said, it literally goes from outdoor footage to American Horror Baby, outdoor footage, American Horror Baby, outdoor footage.
All right,
Oh,
appreciate your
And
time.
Nate's standing there telling everybody, well, I got nothing on my camera except him loading his truck. And I can see here, 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 and here. But I don't see the video footage of the little gray truck that Betty told us was there
No, but
until noon.
you just want to go talk to him. I'm going to get his info real quick.
yeah, interesting. I don't know.
No.
And then he says, oh, he's acting different. He's never shifty. And, you know,
Yeah.
you don't hang out.
I mean, well, it's
I wonder
clear
how
he was
well-
definitely
Coonrod
acting
says.
weird,
What does
but
Coonrod say, though?
Right.
I wonder how well he knew the Watts family. It might be closer than we think. They may very well talked every day over the yards. I mean, we don't know that.
Right.
And I don't think that's ever been mentioned, Tammy. I mean, no one's ever really mentioned how close Nate was to them. So I don't know.
But if they were close, don't you think it would have been brought up?
Loading my stuff up in my cooler.
Other than
Yeah,
casual,
I know.
like, hey, you know what, park here and my camera can get it for you if you get broken into again. Other than that,
Some of the tools that
there's
I
no
have,
discussion of, oh, my buddy Nate,
No.
pumping in a rubber
right?
stick.
We even have Nicholas Atkinson stating in his interview
Is
that
this on
Sandy
continually
called Nikki after she
recording?
left that day
Well,
It's not. It's a
Ask
motion.
her
Or
to
is
go
it?
back.
Okay, so it's motion.
and give Nate her phone number.
But I get cars driving from.
Oh, okay.
Now, remember, Sandy and Frank lived there for 18 months.
This is him at 5.
They were,
So
yeah.
if they were all buddy-buddy, wouldn't Nate already have their number in case anything ever happened?
Yeah, you would think. But I know that he said later that he's been on the phone with Sandy, or maybe it was Cindy. I don't remember what he said. It was in a documentary that he calls them all the time. So I don't know.
Since the murders.
After the murders is when he
Because,
got. Okay,
like I
get
said,
it.
if you go listen to Nicholas Atkinson's interview with Nikki sitting beside him, he says,
Yeah.
actually, he calls his mom Nikki. He said, we left that day, and all of a sudden, Sandy called and asked Nikki to go back and give Nate her number, Sandy's number,
Okay, got it. Okay.
which is another weird
Why?
thing. Why
why
your
would she
son-
think to do that though? And why would she be more like, I don't think that would be on my mind. Like, go give the neighbor my number. I mean, you're going to be over at that house anyways. And you also have been at that house many times. Why hasn't he had your number before? Why
Exactly.
would, like, that's so weird to me.
That's right.
I don't know.
And the fact that Nicole Atkinson's son refers to her as
My
Nikki.
detective just showed up. So he'll probably want to talk to you. He'd probably.
But
said he might
after
have you-
Chris leaves and Coonrod states to Nate, well, how would you be acting? Put yourself in his shoes,
Right.
right? It's very easy for anybody to play Monday morning quarterback.
Yes, you're right.
Right?
Right.
Oh, I should have said this. I should have done that.
Right.
But in the moment, I've never been pulled in and questioned about murdering my husband or any of those things. I wouldn't know what the hell. Now I do.
Right.
Now I
I
do.
know.
2 rules. 1, no matter what, whether you ask for a lawyer or not, you're going to get screwed over. So just ask for the damn lawyer. Number 2, refuse a polygraph because it's not admissible in court. Tell them you want brain fingerprinting.
Correct. Okay.
That is admissible in court.
Yeah, I know. And because I wouldn't. I mean, I've taken one polygraph in my life, which was to have a job as like the manager of a gift store, and I thought that was really kind of weird. But I was a
It is
teenager.
weird.
And so I took it. And I was terrified, and I was shaking all over. I'm like, oh my god, something's gonna come out that I've done. I don't know I did it, and it was actually fine, obviously. But so that are kind of scary things to do.
Right. So this is my other question, though. So Shanann's missing. We know Sandy finds out at about 2:00 when Nicole calls to get the passcode for the garage.
Okay.
If your daughter's missing, aren't you going to be on the next flight out?
Maybe.
But Ronnie was. Ronnie was on that plane to get out there.
Yeah, he was. He sure was. Yeah, that's awesome. I think that I don't know. it's hard to say. If my son-in-law were telling me, she's on a play date, whatever,
Is he on his phone right now? Is Chris on his phone right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who is he texting right now?
Right now, he is fielding off texts from Christina in Hawaii, Cassie, Sandy, and who knows who else.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, his phone
actually,
keeps going.
Allie, Ronnie, and Cindy talked to Chris. Cindy wanted to come, and Chris said, Dad, you come right now.
Right.
Right? Like, you come.
Right.
I'm sorry, but if I
That
get a
makes
phone call
sense. Yeah.
from my daughter's friend telling me she can't find my daughter,
Yeah.
I'm on a plane.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I would be too. Because it would terrify me so much,
Even if it was my son-in-law and my daughter called and said, "Oh my God, he's missing. I don't know where he is." I'm on a plane.
Exactly. Me too. Yep. Yeah, I've done that for my daughter when she's been, in school, in college, in a different state, and she had a fight with her boyfriend. I'm like, I hop in the car and I go, just to be able to help my daughter feel better or whatever. And that's, like 7-8 hours away by car. So yeah, I know what you mean. I definitely would too.
Yeah. Okay. So then we've got the phone call at 2 a.m. where we know Nicole Kessinger is on Chris's personal phone because Chris has to call the officer back on his work phone, and she's listening on speakerphone because that's what innocent people do, And Chris rips off their height, their weight, their eyes, their hair, like he's breathing. How many dads do you know that
That's
information?
true. And yeah, I'm sorry. I just don't believe he hurt those girls because he did know all of that. And I'm sorry. No. I still have to remind my exes, like, it's our child's birthday in a week or whatever,
Right?
no, there's no. Only a dad that actually cares about his children and is actually there for them would know that kind of stuff.
We've all seen the pie in the face video. Okay?
Yeah.
Chris gets slammed in the face, I don't know how many times. Then Cece is forced to do it. Then they chase Bella and force Bella to do it. Both kids are crying, and Shanann and Sandy are laughing. But Chris
I don't know.
is cuddling them, holding them, washing them, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. And
that's another thing. Thank you, Kathy. If you look at the footage in the NFlix video where we get to see that clip of NK we never got to see before, when she's in with Kobach and she's like, just let her fucking go, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you need to pause that. Look close.
Very good point, Kathy. Very good point.
NK has a big bald spot right here in that video. That she doesn't.
Yeah, I've talked about how quick she sold her Ford Runner. Yeah, that's very weird. Very weird that the so-called murdering monster lived in her condo or whatever it was for damn near 2 months, and that wasn't taped off as a crime scene or looked at.
Thanks to Kimberly.
Yep.
Now I have the unredacted. There were actual warrants for her vehicle and her apartment. They were
absolutely. She had vehicle search warrants. Absolutely. And that was
guess what? Nothing happened because she showed up there that same day. But that's the story that Chris confesses.
I'm sorry. Dorothy's saying that Chris is not innocent.
Go look at any other picture of her hair pulled up in a ponytail. You do not see a bald spot. I've compared 20 different pictures of NK with her hair pulled back.
Hello, JL. Yeah, it didn't. It was definitely missing hair. I was a hairdresser for 15 years. Okay. And I pulled that picture up and I looked real close at it. And I pulled corresponding pictures up. It's definitely missing hair. How it was missing, I don't know, but it's definitely missing from prior 2-3 weeks before. Wasn't like that.
That's right. Just like
maybe a nervous thing where I do know some people pull their hair out when they're nervous.
I get that. But within 3 days?
I don't know, or Shan or
2
somebody
days. 2
pulled
days.
a patch of hair out. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe a fight.
I
Let's talk about Shanann
wanted to make
walking
a
on her
point here,
watch
guys.
again.
You know, people are in
Right.
there and they're saying like they want that whatever, we're Team Watts and Chris is guilty 100%. Nobody's saying
There's no
that he's not
evidence that
100%
says Chris
guilty,
is guilty.
but a lot of people say he shouldn't, whether he's guilty or innocent, whether he killed 1 people or 3 people or 5 people.
Yep.
If there was more than
Right.
Chris involved in this, he shouldn't be the only one behind bars. That's all we're saying here,
And
people.
seem to think that I'm one-sided. Yeah, I am. You know what my one
These
side
people
is?
saying that, would you have Nicole Kessinger babysit your children?
Hell no.
Answer me that. Would you have her babysit
No.
your children, whether you thought she was innocent in this or not? I don't damn think so.
No.
No,
And my
because she's
only
kind
side
of
in this
creepy.
entire thing is justice for Shanann, Bella, Cece, and Nico. Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Whatever that means in the end.
They deserve that much. And whether it's Chris Watts, Stephen Avery, me or you, we have rights. We deserve our day in court.
It really wouldn't have had scabs. It would have been red initially, but after 24 hours, the redness would have went away. New hair growth would have started coming back, so it would have had a shade, like they call a 5 o'clock shadow. But as far as scabby and that, no. I mean, I've never saw that, and I've done
Well, you
hair
have
a
to
lot.
remember too, that video they showed us in NFlix, that wasn't from her first interview or her second. It was her third, which now we're going into September. So any scabbing or redness is going to be long gone.
That's what I'm saying, Charlotte. I've done hair since, well, I got my license in 94, you know, and I've been doing it for quite some time. And you can pull hair out by the root, by the handfuls, and it's not really going to bleed. I mean, it's just not. It will bruise. It will give you nerve damage as well. It'll give you nerve damage.
I bet it would, yeah.
Gigi, there's nobody here that's bashing Shanann.
No.
What
no, oh my God, no.
Sounds like we are bashing Shanann and her mother. That's not, no, not at all.
Because I'm pointing out actual facts and truth from videos, that means I'm bashing her? If it comes
You know,
out of
to
her
get
mouth,
the truth out there, that's what happens in trials too, Gigi. When you know, I'll use Angela for an example. I hope he just confesses and goes to prison and saves Angela and the rest of the family from having to go through a trial, because that is what would happen in a trial. They would actually put all of the bad and negative, good, bad, and ugly, just like Kim's channel says, would be pulled in the trial. If Shan was sleeping with 20 different men, that would be said in a trial. They would pull out anything. So what we are doing is no different, but trying to get the facts and the truth out there, and not, you know, we can't just have one side, Chris is a monster and he did this and he did this and whatever. We need all the facts. And sometimes, yes, it doesn't make Shan or her mother look good, but there's things that don't make Chris's family look good either. It's just what happens. We aren't trying to bash any one person.
When there's a murder case, you look at everything and everyone.
Oh yeah, I never look at just one. Everybody knows I'm notorious for looking at every angle. And I want to answer Sierra for a minute. She says, wouldn't she attempt to hide the bald spot though? And I thought about that. I really did. I was like, why would she like want to show it off and like, look what I got, you know? But the only explanation I have for that is possibly maybe there was bigger chunks taken out from the back. I don't know. I don't know. I can't answer that. You would think she would and not want to advertise it. So I don't know.
But maybe
she didn't even realize. I bet if her hair was down, if her hair was like down, you probably wouldn't notice it. So she probably, you know, she probably wasn't even really thinking, just threw it back in a ponytail quick and went to the police station.
Yeah, either that or there could have been a bigger spot somewhere she was covering, you know, with.
I think that's pulled out. I think that, yeah, definitely pulled out. Or because I was always wondering about hair and nail scrapings. Was there any nail scrapings done? I've never gotten that answer.
Yes. They literally.
But that's what I wonder.
They literally, in the discovery, it states that in autopsy, they took Shanann's acrylic nails off and kept them as evidence.
Right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, her nails were clipped and they got plenty of DNA stuff, but it was just never analyzed, unfortunately.
Well, it was analyzed. We just didn't get the reports because DA Rourke was like, hey, I got a slam dunk.
Yeah.
I got a false, possibly confession. I know where the bodies are. Case closed. We're done.
Well, the judge did deny having it being analyzed. So
Yep. And the
the
judge
defense
also
team, the
ordered,
defense team wanted it analyzed, and they wanted to be there to make sure it was done legit. And the judge denied. Like,
that's
nope,
right.
ain't fooling with
Because
it.
the judge is shady too. The judge ordered they ordered Chris to be in solitaire and only talk to law enforcement, prison guards, or his court-appointed lawyer, who now one of them from Chris's defense team works for DA Rourke. And then the judge ordered that they were to give defense 48 hours notice prior to autopsy. The autopsy was conducted the very next morning while all of the defense was at Chris Watts' house. There
Damn,
was
Nate
no
has a nice
defense
house.
in attendance. And again, this is
I
about
wonder if
Chris.
they put in.
If this was your daughter, or this was your family, or this was your husband or brother or whatever, you'd be okay with, okay, they thought up a story and that's what we're going to go with, but they don't have any evidence. There are 16 latent prints in a footprint that do not match Chris Watts or Shanann Watts. That's an issue.
Hi, Archie.
And they were taken from the garbage bag Shanann was stuffed into. Now, if the blanket in the garbage bag didn't need to be seen, don't you think the killer would have just put her in the damn hole in the bag and the sheets? Why would you leave the evidence out to be found? You wouldn't. Oh, another thing I caught at 37 minutes in is that they had to do the polygraph more than once. And how I caught that was just because at 37 minutes
Did they
in,
though?
Tammy Lee states to Chris, I really need your breathing to be normal. You're all over the place. And Chris says, sometimes I feel like I'm not even breathing at all, so I take a big breath.
There's so
Sorry,
many.
Mr. Chair just woke up. I told him to get on panel and talk about it. Because he watched the documentary. I didn't even watch it.
Yeah, well, that's good. He could give his input, and that'd be great because he's a guy.
Right.
You know, that's kind of
But
a
like I
different
said
input.
about that polygraph comment where Tammy's saying you need to calm your breathing because you're all over the place. That right there tells you he was never going to pass the goddamn test. Legally, he's supposed to have 24 hours of rest. Dude hadn't slept in 3 days. They didn't even give him anything to eat that day until like 9 o'clock at night. After he told them what they wanted.
What the hell is that?
What the hell is what?
Who is that talking like that?
Thank you, JL. What is that?
Does anyone else hear that weird noise?
Yes.
It's saying words. I can't make them out though.
Thank you, Jenny. That's so sweet of you. Thank you, hon.
Yes,
I really
Jenny.
appreciate
Oh,
it.
Jenny May. Very nice.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Don't forget to cop your merch. It's super cute. There's a jacket I'm getting next week.
Oh, you got you
I was
one?
hoping I might get one.
I'm
for my
going
birthday,
to.
but that didn't happen.
Aw, well, thank you.
I
hon.
bought me a
got
plane ticket first this week. Next week I'll buy my jacket.
I know you did. I'm so excited. What is that sound?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, Forrest is saying Chris closing the kitchen curtains is clearly to hide something. Well, what's he hiding? Coonrod is already back there for 20 minutes before he got there. So what's he hiding? Coonrod was already all over the backyard. Chris let the dog out.
Okay, y'all are freaking me out. Chelsea, now let's not be talking like that. That's kind of freaky.
What? What happened?
That's weird.
Can you guys hear
Yes.
me?
Oh, it's Tanya. Thank
It's
God.
Tanya.
You can't.
Was it?
I don't know for sure. Tanya.
Yeah.
What? No, it's not Tanya.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we're
What,
gonna
the
get to
demon
that
voice or
too.
whatever?
You guys, I think it's. Hang on. I gotta get my EVP recorder.
So
Yeah, you
weird.
should.
It's not me because my mic's off when I'm hearing it. Everybody mute your mic a minute and see if we keep hearing it.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, it's definitely somebody's mic.
Tanya. Pork grinds.
Pork rinds, corn chips.
Okay, my mic was not unmuting, but I just unmuted. But I don't think it was me. Kim, it might be you. Unless.
Hi, Kellyanne.
Oh, well, my mic is always muted unless I'm speaking.
Yeah, mine too, kinda.
Yeah, I like to do that too, so I can walk around.
Well, I have a big mic on a boom bar, and I got a little button I can push, turn it off and on, you know?
Oh, that's
It's okay. Callie's a little late, but we will forgive her.
good. Of course.
Yes,
But going
Andrea
back to
can.
the thing, I can't hear Tammy at all.
I'm not saying anything.
Oh my God. I'm saying that.
Well, she's
I know
not
it's
talking.
weird, right? Okay, so now that we know who the ghost is or the chip.
Oh,
eater,
weird. I think it sounds like a pig or something, don't it? It's just. What?
No, I hear straight up talking, you guys.
Right now you do? Record it. Share, I think it's got to be you and I because
Megan's saying have
every
Tanya
time
leave and come back
we
in,
had. Yeah. Why don't I get out of here?
and then come
I'll
right
get out
back
of here
in.
for a minute. How, like 5 minutes, guys? Yeah.
Nobody's eating Cheetos purple.
I think maybe it was because.
I think it was just the connection. Maybe she said she was having
Yeah.
trouble with her
There, yeah, because it's gone now.
with her mic. Nadia's saying, TruTam, I've never heard you say 60. Yeah, 16 prints. No, it's 16 fingerprints were lifted and a footprint. Oh,
Yeah,
and
so
there
I
was
didn't even know I was
never-
on panel.
By the way, there was never.
Oh my God, my weirdo's here.
Who's your weirdo?
Megan J's up here.
Nice.
Because I didn't even know I was on panel, because usually someone says like, hey, or something. So I was just sitting here like thinking I was backstage the whole time. And I'm like, oh, I'm not backstage anymore.
Oh,
Megan.
I've got the chat up, so I can't see who's on the screen pictures.
Megan,
on my
yesterday I got super excited because this video showed up in my feed and it said Megan J. And it had a picture of this pretty blonde girl on there. And I'm like, oh my God, Megan showed herself. So I went and clicked on it, but it was a whole different damn channel.
What?
Is
Okay,
it
It's
that
showing
she
up
has,
in my feed as Megan J. And yeah, it wasn't you. I was a little disappointed.
is her channel about chickens too? I think it's actually
No,
kind of ironic.
no, I don't. I
Oh,
didn't
okay,
pay
because there's
attention
another
long enough
one.
to see.
There's a Megan J that has a bunch of chickens, so that's why it's another channel.
Aw.
That's hilarious.
Can you guys hear me better?
No.
Have the voice
Absolutely purple, of course.
It sounds better so far.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't hear
It does
anything
sound
now.
a little better.
We know what you
I
did.
know.
We know you went and put those Cheetos up.
I did. Oh my gosh. Whatever. And I have very
know.
bad Wi-Fi, But I heard people speaking for a minute, but then everything went to static only, and I couldn't hear. I couldn't hear even
Yeah,
the
that's
living
probably
people
your
talking.
Wi-Fi. Line. You sound very good now, very clear.
Okay, good. Thank you. Yay.
Okay, so I only have a couple quick more notes and then I'm done with the NFlix.
Hello, Diamond.
43 minutes in, Chris states they're not going to let me go. 54 minutes in, he says, I have to tell them I hurt her. And that's it for NFlix.
I just wanted to get on and say something about the American Horror Story commercial coming on, because Tammy's right. That Nate was controlling that, so they wanted us to see that. Definitely.
Yep.
Well, I'm damn sure not denying. I did see him talking in that mic now.
And the system that he has as well, it's called Xfinity Home. And then with Xfinity Home is how you can use your remote to control your security system and your lights or whatever smart devices you have on there, as well as switching the channels. But if you'll notice too that Nate, he kind of like, he stalls when he's
I have Xfinity Home too.
That's right, Megan.
And he's kind of like flipping through like longer than it seems like he should to get to wherever he's trying to go to, and it's really strange. And
every time he leaves the outdoor footage for a split second, it's that baby coming up again. It does it more than one time.
I also did a side-by-side comparison of the actual trailer teaser and Nate's, and there's like about a 4 or 5 second difference. So the one that is shown on Nate's TV is actually spliced and sped up a little bit. So it's not even the actual one from that you would see on TV. So it was edited to be shorter.
Huh.
So however you want to look at that, I have a theory on that, but
right. So now I just want to briefly talk about the phone call that was released. Again, gift. Because the world got to hear out of Chris's mouth that he's filing the 35C.
I heard that was an old phone call, and many people's already heard it. I have to say I've never heard it, but I heard it's been out there for a while.
Just in August. It actually just happened August 20th. August 13th or 20th.
It's not an old phone call.
No, it's not an old phone call.
Okay.
However,
I heard it was, so I didn't know.
August 13th or 20th. It's not an old phone call. It's not an old phone call.
Okay.
What is happening?
Michelle's getting crazy feedback right now.
Everybody's echoing. It's echoing.
Water play in the water.
Well, yeah, I guess if Nessa said she didn't do it, it must be Bible.
Come on, stop.
Well, no, I'm going to get off because I have way too many of my attackers in here now.
Are there?
Really?
I wasn't looking at the chat. Sorry.
You know who's in there. Either way, so I'm going to bow out. I gave my information that I have. I have a lot of important things to do. Like I said, I've contacted courthouses. I've contacted lawyers. And just like I said about the private screenshots released from my group, be ready because you will be getting contacted by the OPP. And yeah, so you guys have a great day. Kim, thank you so much for letting me come on and discuss the NFlix. But as I said, first and most importantly is those phone calls being released on the 23rd are from 2 years ago. The only contact they got from August 13th until the police signing on the November 6th. So November 5th, each family member got 20 minutes and were instructed, do not bring up anything.
Oh.
So do not expect them to be saying, oh, Chris, why did you murder your family? Oh, Chris, because they weren't allowed to say any of those things. So please, can we all just listen to them and put yourself in everybody's shoes in that moment?
Hi, Dr. B. Love you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Okay, so I love you guys. Have a
Okay, well, I love you, Dr. B. And Mama Bear. And Tammy.
I love everybody.
I
wish
love you too, Papa Randy. But it actually makes perfect sense. They said maybe Chris Watts doesn't really tell the truth because he feels safer where he is because he knows there's killers still on the outside.
That's possible.
Very good question. Very good
Who
question.
said that? I like that. Yeah, makes sense.
You know what? I just got on here, but I've been listening to you guys on the radio or the whole way home. And when you were talking about the hair situation.
Yes.
Okay. Through the research that I did and the blog that I just read over the last few days, they actually show a handful of dark hair that was found at Shanann's grave, on the outside of the grave.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yep, you're right.
Yes. And it was
where did you hear that?
no, it's in the blog that I read over the last few days.
Yeah, but is it is it trustworthy? I mean,
yes.
I have heard that before. Now that she mentions it, I have heard there was
and
hair
it shows
found at the
pictures
grave.
of it. It actually shows pictures of it, and it was a big wad of hair. And,
yeah.
Like you, Kim, I was also a hairdresser for 100 years.
Yeah.
Had my business, but anyhow, yes, and if the bald spot on her head, I have actually seen that happen to people. And I heard you say that there could have been nerve damage, which it almost looks like there might have been damage done to the matrix of the nerve cell on her because it was so white. And that's what happens. That can happen. I mean, she might have regrowth and she might not ever have regrowth there.
Recovery, who was timed out? I mean, I don't know who got timed out, and I haven't heard anybody accusing anybody. I've heard theories and speculations, but I haven't heard anybody say, "Oh, I know this happened for a fact." I haven't heard that.
Right.
And if it was there, I'm sorry I missed it. And if I see it, it'll be gone because I don't accuse anybody of anything. The only one you can 100% accuse in this case is Chris. That's it. Right now, that is it.
Mm-hmm. Is Tammy still on here?
I don't know who was timed out. And
Tammy?
if somebody was timed out for being honest, then I'm very sorry. I didn't see that. And tell me who it was, please.
Well, I think there was actually some not very respectful comments that got deleted. Yeah.
Just now?
Well, I can't see them now, but I think the mod you have would only delete something that was kind of disrespectful.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, the only thing my mods was probably doing, if anybody was timed out, is they had to have been bashing somebody.
Probably me. A few people have been bashing me really bad the last couple of days.
Recovery, you do know that like a lot of people, even people that you probably watch, like Dr. Phil, Nancy Grace, they're all accusing NK as well. So
yeah.
Oh yeah. And
that is our own personal opinions and theories that there are more involved in the case.
I've just said, there's a lot floating around her that ain't adding up.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, she has a very big part in all this. She was the girlfriend. We did see a lot of lying on videotape.
And I don't think anyone's saying that Chris is fully innocent. What we're saying, again, for a millionth time, is if there is more than one murderer, they should all be where Watts is, not just Watts.
Yeah,
Everybody should have the proper charges, because I fight for proper justice and justice reform.
Yes.
So he shouldn't be charged. If he killed his wife, his pregnant wife, that's the charges he should get. If he did not kill those children, the proper person should get those charges, or vice versa. If he killed the children and not the wife, there is somebody else that belongs in prison, not just Chris Watts.
Exactly.
Absolutely. I mean, you
I
can't.
think we all feel that way.
Yeah. I know I do.
Yes. Yes. I mean, absolutely. None of us know. None of us can possibly know exactly what happened. Not yet. We could all have a theory. We all have a lot of advice. We all have a lot of facts to go from. But unless you were there, no one really knows yet.
No, I mean, I think she's talking about what Angela said, and you know, I mean, I guess that's Angela's theory. I don't know. I've never said Chris is 100% innocent. To be honest, I don't think he is.
Yeah.
But I don't think he killed his kids either.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, we don't need to be throwing out something that ain't fact. So yeah, I apologize for that.
I can't see any of the chat now, so I don't know. But I know Tammy has more stuff to talk about. I don't know where she went. I hope I didn't boot her when I came on.
Just remember that girl who was sending waves, right? I like to compare these two because that high schooler that was sending her boyfriend who was depressed and suicidal, and she was texting him. Text messages put this chick in prison for 3 years because she texted him ways to kill himself.
Oh my God.
And he did. He committed suicide. They charged her for that because what? She put thoughts and ways and helped him. So even if, in Frankie's own words, people put these things in Chris's head and he acted, then why should they not be in prison too for manipulating somebody into murder?
Good point.
CDT, you want to come up here and screen share that photo with us? I'd like to see it as well. I mean, if you don't mind.
Kim, is it possible that Tammy's backstage?
Tammy said she had to get off for a minute. Yeah.
What do you mean that's a different story and that they're teenagers that were immature? Just because you are a grown-up doesn't mean you can be, that you aren't immature.
Right.
If you ask me, Chris Watts was a pushover, right? That's what everyone says. He did what everybody wanted. Maybe he wasn't mature enough to stand up for himself. We can't just say because of their age they were immature. Either way, age or not, teenagers or not, she put in this kid's head ways to die and he acted on it.
Wow.
Period.
Hey, I'm going to leave the panel to give someone else a spot, okay?
Oh, I can have more than, I mean, I can have more up here, hon. You don't
You're
have.
fine, Angela. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm good. Thank you for asking.
I mean, in some cases, a teenager could be considered an adult. There are teenagers that have been tried as adults. I don't care. A high schooler knows better. You can't tell me that my 16-year-old in high school doesn't know that it's wrong to text people ways to kill themselves. So don't give me that. Every, like when you decide to leave your kid at home, right? What is they tell you to use your best judgment, and you can't just like my daughter, she could be left home alone for a few hours at, let's say, like 12 years old, right? But I also have a son that I don't trust at 12 years old that I would leave home alone. You know what I'm saying? So no, to say that she's immature and it's okay because they're just immature teenagers. No, I don't agree with what you're saying. She helped when she knew right from wrong, and you can't tell me you think it's right to text somebody, whether you're 16, 17, or 55, on ways to kill yourself. That's wrong. And I know my teenagers sure wouldn't do that.
I think I got lost on the teenager talk. Was we talking, is that a different case or something?
Well, I'm comparing a case, but there's obviously somebody in here that has an issue with me, and I don't care.
Oh my good Lord. All right. Well, we've been here 2 hours. I think we'll call it a night. Girls, I thank you for coming on, share, and Tam wanted to have this, and obviously something happened and she had to leave. So, but I thank everybody for coming. Super big thanks to all my moderators. Thank you, Cher, Tanya, everybody that showed up for us. Love all of you. Y'all have a nice night. And until next time, again, this is UnJustified.